बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम या फ़त्ताह अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व बारिक वसल्लिम रब्बना ज़िदना इल्मा रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, sisters?
Alhamdulillah, good, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. So last time we studied about the complex abnormal sentence structures in Jumla Fi'liya, and especially in Jumla Fi'liya Mudare. Now we're starting a new topic today, which is called Nunul Tawkid or Nunul Tawkid, which is called emphasis of Noon. So whenever you find an extra noon in Quran, then this noon is used for the emphasis. And inshallah ta'ala, today we will see how this is, how is the grammar about that, the extra noon in Quran. Let me share the book with you. Okay, so let me see who I want to read today. Okay, Sister Samia, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, just bear with me a second. I'm just coming back. Yes, please start reading.
Noon at-Tawkid. Another structure that is not relevant to Madi and occurs only with the Mudare and the Nahi is the Noon of emphasis, Noon at-Tawkid. This is a noon which is attached to the end of a fi'l mudari' to emphasize the action. It is often accompanied by lam at-Tawkid.
Okay, please stop here. Okay, so this is why we're studying it into fi'l mudare, because this noon tawkid does not happen with all type of af'al, but only happen with the fi'l mudare and fi'l nahi, right? So when you have fi'l mudare and fi'l nahi, then you may have an extra noon in the end, and that noon is for emphasis. So you know, who will give me the fi'l mudare chart? Hello, who will give me fi'l mudari chart? Any volunteer, please?
Huwa yansuru. Huma yansurani. Hum yansuruna. Hiya tansuru. Huma tansurani. Hunna yansurna.
Yes, hunna yansurna.
Okay. Anta tansuru. Antuma tansurani. Antum tansuruna. Anti tansurin. Anti tansurina. Antuma tansurani. And antunna tansurna.
Very good.
Ana unsur.
Ansur.
Ana ansur. Nahnu nansur.
Very good. Ana ansuru. Nanu nansuru. Not ansur. It's ansuru. The
yes,
making
it light. Okay.
The answer, you're making it lightest.
Lightest, yeah.
Okay, very well done, sister. So when we're doing a fi'l mudari, we see that some of the endings for the fi'l mudari are in the noon already, right? And some aren't. Like the pairs, all the pairs huma and antuma, the four pairs are ending has a noon ending. Similarly, for plurals, hum, hunna, antum, antunna, they all have a noon ending. But the singulars, huwa, hiya, anta, anta, does not have a ending, but anti has a noon ending. Similarly, ana and nahnu doesn't have a noon ending. So some of have noon ending and some does not. But when you spot another noon at the ending of a fi'lul mudari, right, then you will see what? It can be your noon of emphasis. It is your noon of, known as noon al-tawkid. So it means that this, if something is not normal here, something is emphasized. There are many ways of emphasizing in Quran. We have seen that in if Jumla Ismiya, if you have if an order change, if switching in the position, then you have what? An emphasis. Similarly, we saw in Jumla Failure, if you know the fail file maf'ul are not in the regular place, then sometimes it's an emphasis. Now we are finding another way of emphasis, which is called an extra noon, right? And this is only for, not for mudari in its regular form. It can also be in nahi. When mostly in nahi, it is followed by lam at-tawkid as well. So then noon at-tawkid and lam at-tawkid. So now we will see how this will appear in Quran, and what is the grammatical reason, or grammatical format behind it. Okay, please carry on reading, sister.
Note that a fi'l that has the noon at-tawkid will always translate in the future tense.
Okay, so there's another point that we have to remember. So if we have a noon al-tawkid in our fi'l mudari or fi'l nahi, then what we have to do? We have to translate it into future. So please keep your paper and pen ready in your notebook. Please note down. This is important, and you may forget it. That when we have a noon al-tawkid, it will translate as future tense. Please note down. Is that done?
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, does the noon at-tawkid always have lam at-tawkid as well?
Not always. It's often, but not always.
Okay.
Right? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
All right, done.
Okay, thank you, Sister Samia. Now I want Sister Parveen Maroof to read for us from Al-Fi'l al-Mudari al-Muakkid.
Al-Fi'l al-Mudari al-Muakkid. To add one level of emphasis to a fi'l mudari, one noon is added to the end of the fi'l. This is known as noon al-tawqid al-khafifa, the light noon of emphasis.
Okay. Okay. Stop here. Okay. So you know, when we have, sometimes we add one level of emphasis, sometimes we have two level of emphasis. Like it means sometimes in Quran Allah Ta'ala try to make it absolute clear to somebody, putting an absolute emphasis on it. And how would you know that the emphasis is as intensity, like a 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree? So with the noon, when you have a one noon of emphasis, it's the first degree of emphasis. But sometimes you have two level of emphasis and the two noons are added, right? So when you have one noon added, it is called noon al khafifa, the light noon of emphasis. And when you have two noons added, that is considered as the noon al sakhila, tawkid sakhila, which is a heavy noon of emphasis. If you cannot remember the Arabic term for these, just note down the light noon of emphasis is one noon added, and heavy noon of emphasis is double noons added at the end of fi'l al-mudari. Please note down.
And they're both called al-fi'l al-mudari al-muakkad.
They will call a noon al-tawkid khafifa, a noon al-tawkid sakila. They comes in full fi'l al-mudari and they make it muakkad.
Ustaza, what does muakkid mean?
What does muakkad means?
Yes.
Okay. Muakkad means, let me search. I don't remember. Mu'akkid means guaranteed, certain or guaranteed.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again?
Sorry?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, mu'akkid means certain or guaranteed. If you're sure about something, this is mu'akkid.
Okay.
Like when you know, sometime in Quran you see something is in the future tense, but Allah Ta'ala is talking about that something is certain, like about Qiyamah, the day of judgment. This is going to happen in future, but Allah is completely certain about it. Something that you have certain about that is still something is contrast in here is that you're talking about the future tense and we are talking about the certain, but something is certain in future. So that is why the noon is
So, yes.
The noon sakila will definitely make it more clear.
the sakila or mud khafifa, both can be
Yes.
used. Okay, are you done noting down?
Yeah.
Okay, please, sisters. Parveen, carry on.
To add two levels of emphasis to a fi'l mudari, two noons are added. This is known as at-tawqid al-thaqila, noon tawqid al-thaqila, the heavy noon of emphasis.
Okay, please carry on.
The light noon of emphasis only occurs twice in the Quran, while the heavy noon of emphasis occurs countless times. For this reason, we will focus on that. Take a look at the chart below. Frequently used forms are highlighted. Familiarize yourself with them.
Okay, so here you have to do it like you'd give me the fi'l mudari light, like the normal fi'l mudari, not light, the normal fi'l mudari, and then you give me what? It's nunul thaqila form.
So,
Okay.
okay. Huwa yansuru, huwa yansuranna, huma yansurani, huma yansurani, hum yansuruna, hum yansurunna.
Okay, stop
Here,
here. Here, stop here. Now, what we have to focus on what is happening here. We have huwa yansuru as a normal fi'l mudari. But what we are doing, we are doing the adding two noon here, right? This means two noon means the noon have what? The shadda. So when you have a shadda, it means that there are noon plus noon here. So we are ending two noon in the consonant, and then yunsuru and na. So then yansuruna doesn't sound good. So because those who are doing tajweed, they know why the dhamma has changed into fatha here, just to connect it with the noon, because some sound doesn't go with the other sound. Yansurunna will be doesn't loud good. Yansuranna sound better. And I have no logic for tajweed here, but I'm just telling you because of tajweed has a reason for it. So the answer here for changing from dhamma to fatha is the tajweed. Okay, so anybody doing tajweed has a reason for it? You haven't gone so far yet?
they just say it sounds better sometimes, when they tell you something like that.
Yeah,
They will just say it sounds better.
yeah,
I
my logic is the same because it sound better, because when surunna it sound like because you cannot pronounce run without when you provide sounding dhamma and then sound of a vowel are connected, then you have to have a small sound of u for dhamma and a long sound of wow for u for wow. So when you say yansurunna, you cannot say surunna, right? Because you have to put emphasis, look like it is yansurunna, and the sound of a vowel will come. But actually, it is not a vowel here. It's no vowel here. So that's why they changed it to yansuranna. I think so because that sound better, yansuranna.
Yes.
And this is my logic. I may be
Yes.
not right about it, but this
You're
is how
probably
I
right,
understand
because
it.
our level of tajweed hasn't got to that level yet where they will teach us this sort of thing. Well, mine isn't. I'm doing level 1 at the moment, so they don't go that deep into it. We're just learning the basic rules, basically.
So inshallah, sometime when you learn something and anybody else who's doing tafsir will so the tajweed is come across something, then please share it with us when you are studied about it. But this is my logic at the moment. So this is my way for remembering. If you all want to remember it that way, so this is only my way of remembering this. And please do not consider it as a rule or something, please.
No, we won't. No.
Okay. And similarly, Yashi and Surani said we already have a noon, so we do not ending two noon here. We just ending a one. You ranani, you cannot add three noon together, so thereby it is just additional one noon, and it is considered as heavy. And sometimes similarly with the yansurunna. So whenever we have a noon ending, we will add one noon, and whenever we have no noon ending, we will add a noon with shadda. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So this is how you will remember this chart. That whenever there is no noon ending for a fi'l mudari, you will add a noon with shadda. Everyone thing will have a noon with shadda in the end, but the two noons are ending where we have a fi'l mudari without noon ending. And when we have a noon ending, we already have a noon, so there is only one more noon to make it a shadda ending.
But are they all heavy noon?
They're all heavy noon. So you say the light and lightest, the light and heavy. So the light noon of emphasis has a one ending. So you can be confused here. Yansurani can be a noonut khafifa or can be a noon of sakila. So that's why they say that noonun khafifa only happened twice in Quran. So you do not have to worry about that. You only have to focus on noonun takila. Right? And you will know when they happen twice in the Quran. So it will be easy for you to identify. Inshallah. So please, Sister Parveen, go with the chart.
Hiya tansuranna. No, sorry. Hiya tansuru. Hiya tansuranna. Huma tansurani. Sorry. Yeah. Huma tansurani. Huma tansurani. Hunna yansurna. Hunna yansurnani.
Here is the difference. You know, the females, group of females are always what? Rebellion. So
Yes.
yansurnna, because you already have a sukoon. So you cannot produce sukoon and shadda together. Right? So there we have yansur nani. And remember it that way that in most of our culture we call our grandmother nani, you know, something like that. So remember the group of ladies are our nanis. So hunna nani and antunna nani, right? So just remember, write it down somewhere. Hunna nani and antunna nani. In any language you know how to write it down.
Anta tansurina.
Tansuranna.
Oh, no, sorry.
Anta tansuru become anta tansuranna.
Anta tansuranna. Antuma tansurani. Antuma tansurani. Antum tansuruna. Antum tansurunna. Anti tansurina. Anti tansurinna. Antuma tansurani. Antuma tansurani. Antunna tansurnani. Oh, ana ansuru. Ana ansuranna. Nahnu nansuru. Nahnu nansuranna.
Very well done. Thank you very much, Sister Parveen. Now I would like Sister Habiba to read for us from the bottom down. Okay, carry on.
Notice that when the original fail has a wow as part of the ending, hum, antum, it is replaced with a dhamma when the noon is added.
Okay, where you say hum ending is hum yansuruna. What they're talking, we have yansurunna. So they say that they are replaced with the dhamma when the noon is added, right? We have replaced the vav with dhamma, right? Hum yansuruna. What the ra, vav and noon. Now is what noon has replaced with the dhamma and the another noon is ending. So same thing like I say yansurunna and yansurunna would be the same, right? So here yansuruna is giving us what? A vav ending. Like that I was trying to explain in there, it's making sense here as well. Right? Because when you say yansurunna, so you have you're pronouncing vav anyway. Trying to connect the dhamma with the shadda.
Yes.
So this is our vav sound coming in because of the dhamma here.
Okay. When the original ends is is a Dhamma. Huwa, hiya, anta, ana, nahnu. It is replaced with a fatha when the noon is added.
Okay, so everybody
Take a-
clear on this one? Sorry, please. Is everybody clear on this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, please carry on.
Take a look at the following examples. Pay attention to the first letter of the fail as well as the last haraka to figure out the inside pronoun.
Okay.
La nukhri jannakum.
So first tell me what is a fail, what is a file, and what are the additional parts, and what is if there's any maful in it, or just analyze the word لَنُخْرِجَنَّكُمْ.
Yes, la is added, I think, la. And
Because you cannot say la is added until you find that there is a noon additional, because you do not know the word, right?
yeah.
We don't know the original
Yes.
word, right? So
Yeah.
we have to go first, dissect it as what is attached part and what is it. First of all, what you do, you separate fail from
Okay.
what you do. The first thing, we have a fail, file, and maf'ul, right?
Yeah, no, kum is here attached pronoun and then la nukhri janna. So
Okay, so we have la nukhri janna and then we have a kum. So you know the kum is what? Maf'ul bihi, and we separate it. And now we look at la nukhri janna.
janna, yes, and here is nun shadda.
Mm-hmm.
This is extra.
Mm-hmm. So now we can say that the lam can also be an additional because there is no fi'l mudari beginning of
With lam.
right? Good.
So nukhri janna. So here, if we delete the nun, then
First tell me, if we have nukhri janna, then what is the beginning?
beginning is nu.
So what is our inside pronoun here?
We, nahnu.
So what would be the original form of nahnu?
Yes, nahnu is nukhri ju.
Nukhriju, right? It would be nukhriju.
Yeah.
And the noon of emphasis is added to become nukhri janna. Why? Because the noon with shadda is what is our noon on emphasis, noon of tawkid, and we have also a lam of tawkid here.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
if you follow the process, you will not be confused, because most of the time you find it in the Quran and you'll be like, what it is. You maybe get confused with the noon as a part of a word, right? So if you just try to follow the process of elimination, then you'll be able to make a correct analysis of the word. The chances of error will be lesser and lesser, inshallah ta'ala. So please carry on with the other part of ayah.
Min ardina. Min ardina au
Excuse me, what is
lata
min ardina? Just
min is half of jar. Ardina. Ardina is
if we have a harf or jar, then we should have a majroor.
jar. Yeah.
And what does
Then-
ardina look like to you? Is this a one ism or it's a two?
Yes. Alif is look like feminine.
Okay, alif is feminine, but what does ardina look like? It looks like a one ism or it look like a fragment to you?
Okay. Yes. Na is for okay. Ard and nad is idafa. Look
Ard,
like
you know,
idafa.
ard, we have studied the word ard when we are doing the feminine, because Arab said so.
Yeah.
So ard is what? Earth means earth, the land.
Yeah.
And then na is what? Is an attached pronoun.
Attached pronoun. Yes.
So what it is? What does it look like to you?
Now it is look like idafa.
Is the
So
idafa fragment, and majroor of min is idafa fragment, because
Yeah.
ardi has what?
kasra.
Kasra. So we have a min ardina jar majroor, which is mutalik bil fail.
Mutalik bil fi'l, yes.
Okay.
And ow.
Mhm.
Ow, I don't know why ow.
What does
Ow
you
is
see? It's just like it's connected to Ardina or Min or something?
yes, connecting. I think connecting.
Okay. If I say the or means or,
Yeah.
okay. So is that connecting or is that with Ardina or not? If Ardina means our land and or means or, is that connecting Ardina and or but like not connecting in terms of
No,
a
it is connecting two sentences.
it's a different sentence. It looks like it's the sentence, the jumla failure for nukhriju is ending and another thing is starting, right? Another jumla is starting. So we have the end of a jumla failure here.
Yes.
وَلَنُخْرِجَنَّكُمْ مِنْ أَرْضِنَا. Then we have or means or and then the other thing is beginning, right?
Yes.
So let's try to do that now.
لا تعودن
Mm.
في ملاتنا.
Okay, la
So-
ta'udunna. First thing, if you when you spot something like this, like a fail, what you do? You just start analyzing that part first before moving ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Always the
Yes,
habit.
same, the nun shadda is emphasizing. So, and starting with la, which is not, we have any form in Mudare. So, we can say that it is for emphasize again. And ta is for the anta.
Okay. Now tell me, how do you make it? Is anta? It could be here as well.
Yeah. Yes.
And how you
but
saying that it is anta or here, because ta can also be huma, ta can also be antuma, ta can also be anti or antum or antunna.
yeah. Taudu. 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 Yes, taudu is also.
Okay, what did we study? If we have nun shadda and before that we have a dhamma, what is the dhamma is replaced with?
Dhamma is replaced with
Vav.
wow,
Because we
yes.
cannot have vowels connecting with the noon and because
Yes.
it doesn't, to give a u sound we have a dhamma. So we cannot have, it cannot be here, it cannot be anta, because they have what? The fatha ending to not give you a wow sound. That the wow sound are in what?
Only plural form.
Antuma or antunna?
Yes.
So antunna is what? Is a group of ladies, they are nannies. So they cannot be the nani. So what? It's the most possibly Dawudunna is the insert pronoun is antum. Everybody with us?
Yes.
The class? Everybody else? Are you getting it? I know this is difficult, but I can explain it to you once more if you want. And if you're getting it, it's okay.
We're getting it now. Alhamdulillah. It's not to see what happens.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, sister, carry on. Now give me fail and file here.
Yes, here fail is tauduna and file is
fail is tauduna, emphasized fail is taudunna, right? Fail mudari is tauduna.
And the antum is the
Antum is the
file.
file, right? Good. Now
And
please.
fi millatina, again, fi is half of jar. And for that, the millatina is again another idafa form. And millati is in jar form. So it is majrur and idafa also, jar majrur fragment.
And what makes it fi millatina regarding to la taudunna?
متعلق بالفعل.
متعلق بالفعل. So you see, we have all as an ataf. Sorry?
Yes.
Maful fihi. Maful fihi here. Yes. But now did you see we have all in between is, and we have what? Ataf here, or because the format for the sentence before and after is what? Similar?
Same.
So
Same, yes.
is here what? Is a ataf here.
Ataf.
Even if you do
Yes.
not know the meaning of aw, but if you do look at the two sentences separately and you look at the format, you will see aw is what here? An ataf. Okay. So
Okay.
please now look at the now try to do the translation yourself. If I say
Okay.
how can I hide? Can you see the screen? La nukhrijannakum?
Yes.
Okay. If nukhriju means nukhriju means to expel.
Expel.
Hmm.
Okay.
First do the easy one. First
La,
do
we can say surely.
now first do the easy one. La nukhrijanna.
Okay.
La
La,
nukhrijanna.
la is for sure.
It's an emphasis. We
We,
do not for sure. Like we will know how to. We will see how we put
okay.
emphasis, right?
So
That's why I say do not start with la.
we expel, we expel you
Okay.
all.
No, if we have nukhriju, it means we expel, right? Now we
Yeah.
have nukhrijanna. So try to make emphasis.
We expel you. Of course, we expel you.
Okay, no. When we say nukhriju, we say we expel, right? When we are saying nukhrijanna, how will you translate in present or your future?
Okay, future.
So now tell me, we will
Surely expel you
expel, and then when we have la again, so what is the kind of emphasis?
more.
So surely will become what?
Definitely.
Definitely. See how the word definitely comes here. Or you say we will surely, or we will absolutely surely, or we can call it definitely. Right? So that's why the word definitely comes into our translation. So we will definitely expel, and then what?
You mean Ardana from our earth,
From our land, our earth, yeah.
from our land, yeah, from our land, or we tauduna. What will be the
Now give me tauduna means come. Taudu means to come back. Taudu means to
okay?
come back. Like we have tauduna.
Tauduna is for antum. So yeah, antum. You all come back.
Now taudunna,
Surely.
you all.
Definitely, you will come
You
back.
all surely come back. Now we have la taudunna. That will
Then
make you will definitely come back.
definitely
If you
come
look
back.
at translation and you do the translation and you try to put meaning, then you will mistaken because you do not understanding the concept where the definitely is coming from. Definitely is the highest level of emphasis. If something is definite, it means what? It cannot be changed. Right? When you say talking about something in future, it means something cannot be changed. Surely means you are assuring something that yeah, I will surely do that, but it can be done, it cannot be done, but showing that you have a quite intention to do something, right? But when you say definitely, it means what? No turning back.
Yes.
So that is the thing that you have to emphasize where the definitely is coming from and how you change surely to definitely. That's why I'm asking you to translate what? Bit by bit. Not go to the conclusion at once because otherwise you will make mistake. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now please go ahead with the later part.
Fi millatina. In millat.
Millat means nation. Here is translated religion, right? So translated as religion.
Religion, our religion.
Okay. So sometimes the nation and religion is the same thing. Like we have the India was considered as Hindustan previously because it was land of what? Hindus, right? So if we have a land and the nation, the land and the religion and the nation are the same, then the believers are all made up of what? the one nation, and you cannot have another belief in that nation, then it what is millat and religion is considered what interchangeable. So that's why they have considered it. They have translated as a religion, or you can use it as a nation, because and in our concept we have a millat made up of many religions, right? But previously and currently in some time as well, they are a millat that are only made up of one deen.
Religion.
Yeah. So millatina means our religion, here translated as, or you can say our nation / religion, right?
Mm.
So is that okay to everyone? Okay. The silence tell me that I want Sister Raisa to please do it again and explain it to us what I've told you so far, and do it as I've asked you to do. Ask Sister
Okay.
what to do. So reattempt this ayah, please.
Okay. So la nukhrijannakum. So here the nukhrijan is the nukhrija is the fail.
Nukhriju.
Nukhriju. Yeah, nukhriju is the fail, and the fa'il, the inside doer, is the nahnu. It's we. And because of the nun with the shadda, it's showing the what's it called, the nun on at-tawqid.
Emphasis.
It's to show the emphasis. Yeah, the emphasis. And kum is maf'ul bihi. And there's min.
You forget the la.
Oh, la. La is, I think la is also for the
Emphasis.
The emphasis.
Yes.
Yeah. La is also for the, what's it called? The
Lam al-Tawkid as well. When we
Lam
started this
al-Tawkid, yeah.
topic, we said that there sometime we have Nun al-Tawkid followed by Lam al-Tawkid. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So lam al-Tawkid. And then there's min ardina. So min ardi is the jar majrur fragment, and ardina is the idafa fragment.
No, min ardina is complete jar majrur fragment. Inside the jar majrur fragment, we have
But then
ardina,
there's
which
also
is
idafa fragment.
idafa fragment. Yes.
Yeah.
You cannot say
The
min
majrur-
ardi is majrur and na is not, because you cannot separate the
Okay.
fragment, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So ardina, the jar majrur fragment. Inside there is the idafa fragment.
Good.
And there's aw
La
aw
ta'udna.
ta'udunna. Okay. So aw, it's the to connect with the before sentence. And la ta'udunna, here the lam again for the emphasis, and the nun, the shadda for the emphasis. So the ta'udu, so it would be ta'udun.
Now give me the fi'l mudari part. What is the fi'l mudari here?
Ta'udu, it was you all.
So now give me the what is the fi'l mudari. I'm not asking about the inside pronoun.
Okay, so it's what was it again? Ta'udu.
What you saying? It's you all. So what is the fi'l mudari for you all?
The fi'l mudari would be antunna ta'udu.
What? No. Give me the fi'l mudari chart. Just start your fi'l mudari chart. Yansuru chart.
Okay, so huwa yansuru, huma yansurani, hum yansuruna, hiya tansuru, huma tansurani, huma yansurna, anta tansuru, antuma tansurani, antum tansuruna.
So antum tansuruna, right? So what would be the for taudu? What would be the antum form? Tauduna, right? And vav is dropped and shadda is placed on dal just to give a vav sound, and that is taudunna.
Taudunna. Yeah.
Okay. So we have.
So the inside doer is antum. And then there's fi. في ملتنا, it's the same as min aldi. It's the jar majrur fragment, and inside the jar majrur fragment there's the idafa fragment.
Very good. So is clear to everyone, right?
Yeah.
And now translate, please.
Okay, so for when there's a nun at-tawkid, it turns into a future tense. So it will be like we will definitely, or we will absolutely expel all of you from.
Exactly.
From.
Okay, stop here. Now I want Sister Samia to tell Sister Raisa how this definitely comes in and how you should translate this لِنَخْرِجَنَّكُمْ part and لَا تَوْدُنَّ part. Okay? Okay, Sister Raisa, I told Sister Habiba and you made the same mistake. So now Sister Samia may help us to refresh you. Please.
Okay, so Nukhrijanna, because of the Noon at-Tawkid, we will say surely.
I didn't ask you to do it this way. I started with what? I started with Fi'l Mudari.
Okay, Nukhrijanna. I thought you want to know why it's
yes.
how to be definite.
Yes, but that has a process.
Okay, so Nukhrijanna. So because of the Noon beginning, we know it's we. And because there's a shadda on the noon, so we know that's noon at-tawkid, so okay, it's future tense.
I'm telling you once again because you all missed that part. So I'm just telling you're doing it right, you're saying it right, but you know it now, you will forget it later because your mind is not working at the logic. Okay? So listen to me once again. First, what I have to do, you have to identify what the simple fi'l mudari in it. So simple fi'l mudari is nukhriju, nahnu nukhriju. We made the la because we know fi'l mudari begin with la. La is a additional, and we know that no fi'l mudari end is the noon shadda. So we know that this is also an additional. So noon beginning is only with nahnu, and we know nahnu nukhriju. So nukhrij means to expel. So nukhriju means what? We expel. Now what we have? Noon shadda. Noon shadda means what? Emphasis. Also, when we have a noon shadda, how we will translate it in present tense or future tense? We translate it into what? Future tense. If you are not sure, please write it down step by step as I'm saying it to you in your notebook. Okay? Or when you please listen to the recording and try to note it down. It's up to you. So we have fi'l mudari converted will be translated as what? Future. So we will say we will expel you. But now this shadda, so we say we will surely expel you. But we have la as well. So the emphasis is what? Triple here. We have a double emphasis because of the noon sakhila. And then we have what? The another emphasis because of the la. So this will be translated was definitely, because definitely is the highest level of emphasis. When we have definitely, nothing comes back. So that's why the definitely is coming, because we have la and noon thaqila. Now we'll translate it as we will definitely expel you all. Is that clear?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, now Sister Samia, try to describe la ta'udunna similarly, please.
So la ta'udunna, the fi'l is ta'ud. So ta'udu. So the only one.
No, the fail is not ta'udu. What is the fail here?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. So because there's a dhamma on it, it can only be antuma. Because the other ones have a fatha. They are supposed to have a fatha before the noon shadda.
Okay, you're saying antuma is a dual. Antuma has dual and it has alif in it.
So it's meant to be
alif in it, right?
Antum. Yeah, antum.
It's antum because antum, the plurals have waw in it.
Yeah.
Right? So shadda is always giving away of a waw. Right?
It would be tansuranni. So this is tansurunna. So it's antum. Yeah.
Good.
So ta'udu. would translate as
not ta'udun. How would you say that? Antum tansuruna, antum ta'u.
Tau. Oh, subhanallah.
Make a
Tau.
rhyme. Antum tansuruna, antum ta'u.
Duna.
Ta'uduna.
Yeah,
Ta'uduna. So the fail here is what? Ta'uduna. So ta'uduna, what will be ta'uduna means? After ta'udu means to come back.
You come back.
You all come back. Okay. Now what we have in the ending?
We have the noon التوكيد الثقيلة. So this will be you all will. Oh, so yeah, it will be future tense. You all will surely. Yeah, you all will surely come back.
And then what we have also?
We have the lam التوكيد. So this will be you all will definitely come back.
Okay. Now is the process clear to all of you? So if you do it this way, there are lesser and lesser chances of making mistake, and your brain will process how these things come in, and you will not just pass through looking at the translation and not making your own logical reasoning. Okay? Inshallah, this will be easy for you when we do more examples. Okay. Can you please read down the notice here?
Notice the harakat before noon at-tawkid. Notice how it is a fatha on the lam at-tawkid, meaning the original was a dhamma, and a dhamma on the ta'udunna, meaning the original was a waw.
So this is something that I was trying to explain. Is that clear to you as well here?
So there's a
the shadda on ta'udunna is because of the waw. Because the waw sound and the the dhamma sound and the waw sound is similar.
Yeah.
So we have dunna ending because of the una ending of the antum. And we have nakhrijannakum because what we studied when huwa hiya, when they have if dhamma ending, we do not if we connect it with the shadda, it will give the waw sound, which we cannot have here because there is no waw.
So can you go back to the chart a minute?
Yes, please.
So antum tansuruna. So it's meant to be. It used to be antum tansuruna. Because of the runa, the wow, it's dhamma. Okay.
Okay. And because of the dhamma and noon, if you are huwa yansuru and tansuru and nana nahanu, we have the fatha. We have converted the the dhamma to fatha, because if we put it as a dhamma here, and dhamma with shadda will give us what? A wow sound, which is not there. So we just to give it connecting, we give it a fatha. Okay. Good. Now I want Sister Parveen to please do this example.
Sorry, Ustaza, me or just Parveen?
It's just you today, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Because I got confused thinking, oh, I'm the master.
No, it's only you today.
Okay. So to nabbi'a is fi'l mudari, and because of the fatha is huwa or hiya.
Okay, we have a ta beginning, so it can be.
Oh, sorry, ta, yeah. So it's anta
or hiya, right? It could be hiya or anta.
Yes.
Okay.
So and then we have the noon al-tawqid with the shadda. So that's tunabbi anna. So that's for emphasis, and then we have the lam at the beginning, and we don't have a lam on mudari fi'ls. So that's double tawqeed there then.
Very good.
La tunabbi anna. And then we have whom as an attached pronoun maf'ul bihi.
Mm-hmm.
So la tunabbi anna becomes because it's always in the future the noon al tawqeed and the lam al tawqeed gonna fail. So we will translate it as
Future tense.
surely we will.
Okay, you're doing it all together. We're not doing translation now. Just do the the grammatical labeling first, and then we'll do the translation.
Okay. So we have a harf jar b, and then amri is majroor because of b. B amri him is amri him also is a idafa fragment because amri is majroor because of the b, but him is an attached pronoun, so it's you can't tell it's majroor or
Jar
nasab
majroor
form.
fragment inside which is a idafa fragment.
Inside a idafa fragment. And haza is we did this.
Haza is why we have haza in the end. Anybody remember?
Yes, we did it right at the top. I remember. Haza.
Because when
Because
we
you can't have a idafa fragment, you can't have the ismul ishara
can
at the beginning, because you can't have the ismul ishara, the mishar and lehi can't have al, but the idafa fragment.
yes, very good, because we have a idafa fragment here, and haza will need what? An al on it, and the idafa fragment cannot have al. That's why we have haza in the end to avoid this the al confusion, right? Very good, Sister Samia, very well. So now try to translate it, and try to translate it how? Starting with the fi'lul mudari simply.
Okay. Inshallah, I'll try.
Tanabbe'u means to inform. Okay, start from to inform.
Okay.
Yeah.
La surely tunabbi anna hum. Surely you will inform them bi amri about their
No. Just do the first part first. Sure. Tanabbe'a means you will you inform.
you will.
You
And then with
inform.
the that it becomes most surely, definitely you will inform them. Be amrihim about their affair,
About their
about
matter.
the
About their
affair,
matter.
about their matter of this.
Because of
This
their matter of theirs or their matters.
or their
Of this
matters,
matter of theirs. Be amrihim, this matter of theirs.
matter of
Or you
theirs,
can simply translate it their matters.
their matters.
So then think again. Tunabbi'a means she or you inform. But now, since we do not have the other part of the ayah, we cannot be sure which is a she or you. We look at a translation and they have used it as a you, right? So we will say you inform. Tunabbi'anna, we have noon tawqeed. So we know that will be translated as future. Tunabbi'anna means you will inform, and with the na you will surely inform, most surely inform. But we have la as well, then it is what? Emphasis over emphasis over emphasis, that will become what? Definite. So you will say you will definitely inform. Be amrihim. Be is used for about. Yeah, inform them of about. Yeah, amrihim their matters. Amrihim is their matters, and haza means also theirs or this, right? So this matters of their, which is a very literal translation, or you can say you will definitely inform them about their matter. I mean, this means what the matter they are discussing at this time. This will be connected with the later part of the ayah or the other part of the ayah. Okay? And this is the most literal translation you can have because of the we do not have the context. Is okay, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a small topic here with fi'l nahi al muakkad, but I don't think we have time to go about it. Otherwise, it will not be clear to you. So we are stopping here today. Any question about today's lecture? Okay, so far so good. So who did I ask to bring the Quranic ayah for?
Me, Miss.
Okay. So now, please let me share my screen with you.
Yeah, it's Surah Ashura, ayat 19.
Surah Ashura, ayah 19. Give me the surah number as well, please. Can you all see my screen?
42.
Surah 42.
It has 2 names.
Ashura, yeah. And what is the ayah number, please?
19. 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Bismillah. And who is reciting for us today?
I can try.
Okay, please.
If I was not here, I'll recite it. So,
Okay, please go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لطيف بعباده يرزق من يشاء وهو القوي العزيز.
Very good, mashallah. Okay, so who can spot the names of Allah in this ayah? Other than Sister Raisa, she bring it to us.
Latif.
Latif is the name of Allah.
Latif. And Al-Qawiyyu.
Al-Qawiyyu.
Al-Aziz.
Al-Aziz. Very good. So in these 3 names of Allah in this ayah, have we done any one previously?
Aziz.
Aziz.
Al-Aziz.
Very good. And what was the meaning of Aziz?
The mighty, but we said there was high, and there was 2 types of being high. One in terms of status, and one in terms of position. So Aziz was high in terms of status.
Very good. So Aziz was the high in terms of status. Now we have 2 new names of Allah Jalalahu here, which is Latifun and Qafiyun. So here it is saying Allahu Latifun, and Allah is Latif means subtle. So when we have a Latif here as a subtle, so what does the subtle means to you, comes to you when you say subtle? Anyone can explain the word subtle to me, please?
Yes. Gentle, when you're gentle to like a baby, a newborn baby.
Being gentle and delicate with his servants.
Something that is, it's a gentle, you say, yeah?
Yeah, gentle.
Okay, if I'm looking at the meaning in the dictionary, it is giving me that so delicate or precise as it to be difficult to analyze or describe. So when we are saying that subtle, it does not just mean gentle, and doesn't mean like delicate. It means that something is so delicate and so precise that as it's been difficult to analyze or describe. So when we are saying Allah is Latifu, Allah is so precise, Allah is so delicate, it means Allah is so accurate in its manner, it's the way He does it work, how He carry out the matters of the world, that it is completely inexplainable. Like there is no example for that, there is no way of explaining it. It's only His way, because we see that even Allah has created our the fingerprints. They are so delicate and they are so precise. Allah has done His work in such a manner that there are so billion and billion of people in the world, and their fingerprint just never matches. So Allah is so subtle in His manner, in His way of action, in His in his way of conducting this world affair, that there is absolutely no other example for it. There is no other parallel to it. So you know what does the subtle coming from? Subtle, just not that subtle means gentle, it means delicate and so precise that there is no comparison to it. Okay? Everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are finding a word which have this kind of a rhythm, lam, ta, fa, then you will see that the same kind of a meaning will be translated there as well. So you will just found something like only as a what, you know, just one thing as a word, but there will be what something as a incomparable, you know, one of a kind meaning in that as well. Jazakallah. And what is the next word? We have the word qawi.
Al-Qayyum.
Al-qawiyun. And people who are doing the tajweed, how would you pronounce it?
القوي.
Al-qawiyu. Very good. So what is the meaning of al-qawiyu? Here,
All powerful.
powerful. Qawi means powerful. So mighty is also powerful, right? So when we are saying somebody has a might, it means it has a power. We have studied something like this is the name of Allah.
We did Aziz al-Hakim. We said Aziz
So
and Hakim
great,
will come
Azim is a
together.
great, yeah, and Hakim is the high in terms of position. No, we haven't done a name which has a similar meaning. So yeah, Qawi means the powerful. So this is something that we have to remember. So if is Qawi is with the Quwwat is a taqat, these all have what the Qawi means, power, powerful meaning in it. So please note it down. Qawiyun. I'm noting down, so okay. Now inshallah we will see in the ayah how it is translated. So Allahu Latifu bi ibadihi. Sister Parveen, would you like to do Arab for this one? This looks easy.
Okay. Allahu, lafz Allah is in rafa form. So it's mubtada. Latifun is ism. It's heavy.
It's
and
in
it's
Rafa.
it's rafa as well. Latifum bi ibadihi.
So
So is that
Latifun.
sifa then of Allah?
Then
Well, it is
not considered. We say we not see Allah's name as Sifa Masuf, right?
Yeah, okay. So it's a name of attribution of Allah. بعباده
So what is related to the mubtada?
مبتدا. Okay, so it's is that ism plus ism mubtada then?
No, Allahu and Latifu has no connection. You cannot say it's a mutalik. Sorry, it's a masuf sifa. So what do we have? We have two isms, so we do not have any connection between them.
Okay.
So word Allahu is a mubtada. Then what is Latifu related to the word Allahu?
Mubtada again then?
Can we have two mubtadas?
No, but you said something like
when we say we have
plus
ism plus ism is a fragment. So do we have a fragment between Allahu and Latifu? How many ism plus ism fragments we have? 3?
Ism plus ism, and then it's
we have Mawsuf Sifa, which we say we cannot have. We have what other Idafa fragment? Does it look
Yes.
like idafa fragment to you?
No, it's not definitely.
So it's not idafa fragment. The third one was ismul ishara and musharan lai. Do we have ismul ishara and musharan lai here?
No, we don't know.
So we do not have a fragment here. There are
No.
two separate isms. And when there is a no connection, what drops in? Invisible?
Is or are.
Yes. So, sister, you're getting rusty on your Jumla Ismiya concept. So, when you get
Yeah.
time, please go back and listen to the recording of Jumla Ismiya, okay? That
I
will come back
think
to you.
I think sisters forgotten that Mubtada can be one ism in Rafa form and Khabar can also be just one ism in Rafa form.
Yes, that's it is. But since I was just trying for her to recall, but she has gone, you know,
Yes.
she has
yes,
forgotten.
yeah.
It's okay. It's a human nature. There's nothing about it. Because when we are learning something new, sometimes our minds start to forget whatever we've been doing before. So it's always good to revise. So inshallah ta'ala, when you will revise, it will come back to you. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. But just make an effort of trying to listen to the recording twice for you, so you will be able to listen it into a 15-20 minute. Okay.
So Allah is,
Mhm.
and B Jar Ibadihi is a majroor. Also Mudaf, and he is Mudaf alayhi pronoun. So it's a majroor within an idafa fragment.
So what is it relative to our Jumla Ismiya? We have
It's
Mubtada,
mutalik.
Mutalik.
Yes.
Mutalik bil khabar,
So-
right?
Mutalik. So and then we start a jumla failure. Yadu is a huwa, so we have to look for an outside word, and can't see an outside word. So yarzuku, he provides. Man is man is man is a
Man masula.
man masula. Okay, man.
Whoever, who or whoever.
Yes, whoever. Yasha'u is Yasha'u is
So do you think there is a connection between yarzuku and man?
yes, because it goes to Yarsuku, so it's whoever he provides.
So we have, when you say yarzuku, we have a fail and file.
Yes.
And then we have man yasha'u, which is looks like another jumla failure. What it is in man yasha'u related to yarzuku?
Man whoever Yasha'u is again a huwa form. So whoever we can't see an outside word here again. So Yasha'u, whoever he wishes for.
Where he wishes for. Very good. But when I say yarzuku is a fail file and man yasha'u is, what is missing in this? When you have a fail file, what is the other part? Maful? Maful,
Speaking.
yarzuku and two. Since the man yasha'u is answering to what? Two. So it man yasha'u is a jumla failure which is in place of what? Maful bihi. So what did you say? Fi mahalli nasab?
Fi mahalli nasab, okay.
So have you heard the term fi mahalli nasab before, in some other lectures and something somewhere else?
Yeah.
So now you know why it is called fi mahalli nasab, because man yasha'u is itself as a jumla is a failure, but it is what it's answering. It's answering to who he provides, and to who means what? Maful bihi, and maful bihi is always what? Nasab.
Nasab, yes.
So that's why you call it man yasha'u is fi mahalli nasab. And then you do the labeling inside it, and you will say yasha'u is what? Fail file. Fail huwa, file huwa, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I know this was simple, but that has so much grammatical labeling inside. It's just a small part of this ayah. Allahu latifu bi ibadihi yarzuqu man yasha'u. Allah is subtle, like most delicate, incomparable. What is with his bi ibadihi? Bi means with ibadihi, his servant. He is subtle with his servants, right? Yarzuqu man yasha'u. He provides to
For them.
to whoever he wishes. Okay. Now I want Sister Habiba to do the last part. وهو القوي العزيز.
Wa is a harf and huwa independent pronouns. So here is hidden is breaking chain. So he is an al-qawiyu. Al-qawiyu is in Rafa form, and it is the name of Allah. So it is another. We can
What's the
say
confusion? You are saying something and you are thinking something else, right? You are talking about Kaviyu, but you are thinking about Kaviyul Azizu.
Yes, both are Allah's name.
Yeah, just say and think at the same time. Don't try to confuse yourself. Okay?
Okay. And both are Allah's name, and these cannot be Masuf Sifa, so we can say that it is these two are Khabar.
Khabar number 1, Khabar number 2 of
The number
Huwa.
2 of Huwa, yes.
Because both are explaining Huwa, which is indirectly, they both are explaining Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
So he is
Al-Qawi is
the powerful.
He is the powerful, the mighty.
And the mighty is most high in the high in the status, right?
Yes.
Exalted in most high in status. So do you see Qawi and Aziz, power and status? So Qawiul Aziz, he's not just, he's powerful because he has what? He has the most high status. So the status and power goes together. And if we have status, no power, it's just a dummy president, prime minister, or a king, queen sitting on the top. If we have a power, no status, what? Rebellion. They have a power, but they don't have a status. They just try to cripple down the governments. So anything that who is sitting on the top, who has the power to run over it, should have what? The power and status both. And to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they all belongs. So alhamdulillah, we studied 2 new names of Allah today, which is Latif and Qawi. Alhamdulillah. So thank you, Sister Raisa, for bringing this ayah for us. Inshallah ta'ala, we will look at the another names of Allah next week. And today we are ending our session here. Any question, anyone? Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Have a very good day.